welcome back to my channel. I am currently on the road. I'm going to my boyfriend's house, but I have this it's kind of from TikTok, but I got it off of Amazon. It's one of those MagSafe tripod things that I was gonna use it as like a GPS phone stand, whatever, for the car. It's not holding up my phone. I don't know what's going on. It's not holding up my phone. So now you're just at my steering wheel. I hope you can hear me. I hope it's not muffled, or I hope you can't hear the sounds of the car more than you can hear me. But I'm gonna do a little bit of an unboxing for you guys. So I bought 2 books off of Amazon because, listen, I bought a book from Barnes & Noble because I thought it was the first book in the series. Turns out that it can be read almost anywhere in the series. You might be picking up on what book it is. It can be read first, third, fourth, or no, first, second, third, but you have to read it before the 4th book, I'm pretty sure. So I bought this book at Barnes & Noble thinking it was the first book, and then someone else was talking about the book series and was calling it this other name, and I was like, so did I buy the wrong book? And so I've been doing my research, and that's why I found out you can read it first, third, second, but just you have to read it before the 4th book. I'm sure you have picked up on what book series this is, but I need to finish this book first, Powerless. I only have a little bit over 100 pages left of Powerless to read, and then I want to read the other books in the Powerless series, but I don't have them yet. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll eventually buy the other books in this series, but for now I'm gonna read this other series that I've been talking about, and I'm sure you know what it is. I'm sure your context clues, or you've got it. But yeah, I thought I would do a little unboxing. I thought I could talk about my opinions on Powerless since I've got so far. I started reading Powerless September of last year. I DNF'd it, and then every once in a while I would pick it back up and read a couple chapters, but it wasn't oh, I'm so into this book. Once I got to 150 pages in, I started getting really into Powerless, and I am completely invested. And then the last couple days I've been reading it nonstop. So a couple days ago when I was reading it, I read over 150 pages in one night. The next day I read almost 100 pages. I'm hoping to finish it tonight, so we'll see. And then if I finish it tonight, I can start this other series that I will show you when I unbox it. I'll probably do it when I get to my boyfriend's house, or maybe when I get back home, because I've never filmed in front of him before, but he's seen some of my videos and he comments on all of them because he's so sweet. I'll see you when I get to my boyfriend's house, or when I decide to film next. It's been a couple hours. I was gonna just do it at home, but then I decided that I'll do it here because I've already committed. I brought the package with me. Anyway, so I have just over 100 pages left of this one. I'm really excited to finish it. I'm on chapter 46. I've been using this as my bookmark. So, I'm sure that's what everybody does, but I think I kind of spoiled it for myself because I flipped to see what number the last page was, and then I read something one of the last lines or part of the last line on accident. So honestly, I don't think it would ruin it because the book is so good. But anyway, so now I'm gonna open the package, which I want to see if you guys guessed what the book series was when I was explaining why I ordered this through Amazon instead of getting it through Barnes & Noble. So leave your guesses down below. I'll show you in 3, 2. Did you guess this? I bought the Assassin's Blade at Barnes & Noble the other day because the way they had this series lined up, the Assassin's Blade was first, then it went Throne of Glass, and then it went Crown of Midnight. I think I just got confused and thought that it was the first book, but then after doing some research, I realized people are saying that you can read Assassin's Blade first, second, or third. So once I realized this was the first book, because I saw, her name's Becca on TikTok, she was talking about Throne of Glass, and she called it the Throne of Glass series, and I was like, I bought the Assassin's Blade, so I was a little bit confused. I think I'm going to read Throne of Glass first. I think that was the way Sarah J. Maas intended for it to be read. Throne of Glass, then Crown of Midnight, and then the Assassin's Blade, so I think I'm gonna do that. I just bought the Assassin's Blade so I could read it and then see if I wanted to buy the other ones. But then once I realized that it's technically the 3rd book, then I was like, I have to buy the other 2. I can't just have the 3rd one and not the other 2. I think I'm gonna read them in the order that they came out because that is the way that the author intended. But if I end up liking this one and the other 2, then I will buy the rest of them. Powerless was the first fantasy book I've ever started, and I was really nervous I wasn't gonna like it, and actually I didn't start to like it. Like I said earlier, I didn't start to like it until around like 150 pages. I'm on page 376, so obviously I do understand the hype now. I think that's what I plan to do right now. And then if I finish Powerless today, I will do a little review and I'll talk about my thoughts over the book and my rating of the book. The lighting is probably going to be really bad right here because this is the setup behind you. So that's his gaming stuff. That is my gaming computer that he built for me, and that black one is his. So he's gaming right now. Anyway. Hey guys, so it's actually the next day and I still haven't finished Powerless. I just hit the 100 pages left mark. I think the next chapter that I'm about to read, I'm pretty sure this is the last trial. So in the next chapter, the last trial will start, which is chapter 50. So what just happened was Kai had a nightmare, and in this dream he thinks that Peyton is dying, and then there's a dagger in her chest, and then in the dream she dies and he's screaming. Peyton hears him screaming from her room, and so she rushes in. She helps him get out of it. He almost slices her throat open with the dagger because he's so surprised. He doesn't expect her to be there. And then she calms him down for a minute, and then she goes to leave and he's like, no, please stay. So then she turns around and they spend the night together. I'm on page 399, so like I'm hitting 400. I am reaching the home stretch. I'm so excited to start Throne of Glass. So these are the two that I unboxed last night, and then I bought the Assassin's Blade at Barnes & Noble because, like I said, the way they had it displayed, I thought this was the first book. After some further research, you can read it first, second, third, but you have to read it before the fourth book. So I think I'm just gonna read it in the order that Sarah J. Maas intended. But either way, I think I'll really like it. After reading Powerless, I didn't think I was gonna like Powerless at the beginning, but I'm very invested now. I only have 94 pages left, and I'm so excited to buy the rest of the books. But I think after I finish this one, I'm going to move on to Throne of Glass or another mystery book so I don't lose interest in reading again. But yeah, so we shall see. I think I'm going to start editing this. I'll record my final thoughts of Powerless and what book I end up reading next. I'll see you later. All right, I have to be honest with you guys. It has been a few days since I finished Powerless by Lauren Roberts. So this little portion of the video is going to be my thoughts on the book, my review of the book, my rating, and any other thoughts I might have on this book, and why I think you should get it. I started this book in September of 2024, and it is now August of 2025, if that tells you anything. So this is the first fantasy book that I have ever read. Let's just start with like an overview of what Powerless is. Peyton is a girl that lives in Lut. There's a kingdom, Ilya. That's where the king lives. That's where Kai, Kit, the brothers, the sons of the king live, which they become important to the story. So Peyton lives in Lut, which is like the town next to Ilya. It's still part of Ilya, but the poor part of the kingdom. So that's where the non-elites live. So everyone in the whole entire kingdom has these powers. Kai, for example, he can grasp other people's powers and use them for himself. So like he feels all the powers around him at all time. If he thinks about it hard enough, he's trained hard enough so that he can grasp onto someone else's powers and use them for himself. Kit has like fire, I think. He has like fire powers. The king is a brawny, so he's just really, really strong. But then there's people like Peyton who are ordinaries and have no powers whatsoever. And it's illegal to be an ordinary. If people find out that you're an ordinary, you could be killed. There's an enforcer, which is Kai, which is the male love interest. So yeah, Peyton is one of the only ones that does not have powers, and then she gets chosen for the trials of the kingdom, which usually only elites are chosen for. But she was chosen because she saved Kai in Lut because he was being attacked by a silencer. A silencer's power is that they can silence someone else's power. But she gets chosen for the trials, and if she wins, then that'll completely change her life. So she doesn't want to be chosen for it because obviously she's an ordinary, and if she's in the spotlight, people are going to figure out that she's an ordinary. And then it shows us the trials, and then how she falls in love with Kai, how Kai falls in love with her, like how their relationship goes. And then there's like a little bit of a twist at the end, which I don't really want to spoil anything, so I won't. Again, early in this video, I said how I thought I ruined the book for myself. It turns out I did not. I'll read the last line to you so I can explain why I thought I ruined the book for myself. So the last line of the book says, "Bring me Peyton Gray, Enforcer." So when I said I flipped to the back of this book earlier in the video, because I was trying to find the page number, the last page number, so I knew how many pages I had left. And so I think when I flipped, I saw my bookmark on this side. I was using this side of the book, and so it covered like this part of the page, and so all I saw was Peyton Gray, comma, Enforcer. So I thought that meant that after the trials she became the enforcer and not Kai. So I thought I ruined that for myself, and I was like, oh my goodness, I ruined this whole part of the book. I didn't. Hopefully I didn't just ruin anything for you. So my rating for this book is 8 out of 10. I think I would have given it a higher rating if it drew me in better, because at the beginning I don't think I could get into it as good as I thought I was going to be able to. I don't think I do well with books that are slower paced. That's why I read a lot of Frida McFadden. As you can see, this is my Frida McFadden bookshelf. So all my Frida McFadden books are here, and then I put the Throne of Glass series right here because I don't have anywhere else to put it. I'm really into Frida McFadden and how fast-paced her books are. I think that's why I could not get into this book in the beginning. It was just taking a while to get to the good parts, to the parts that weren't just introducing the ordinaries, loot, these different characters, whatever, and backstories. Like, it was just a lot. But I am really excited to continue this journey of learning about Peyton Gray, and hopefully everything is all right in the end. Don't spoil anything for me in the comments because I will be sad. Anyway, so the next book that I will be reading and have already started, I'm on page 30, chapter 5, is The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. As I told you before, I am a huge Frida McFadden fan. Finishing a gigantic book like Powerless was very heavy on me, so I think reading a Frida McFadden book is light, it's fun, it's fast-paced, it's just an easy read overall, and I think it will help me transition into the next book that I want to read, which I am hoping to read Throne of Glass next. So this will kind of prep me and relax me before I get into something so heavy like another series. Like I said, I am planning to read the rest of the books in Powerless. I just have to buy them. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end this video here. If you enjoyed it, please like it down below. I'm hoping to be posting more since I'm getting more into this. Also, check out my last few videos. They are all book related. I am hoping to do more like vlog style videos. Also doing back to school stuff. I can vlog going to school, show you like my day-to-day life, I guess. If you're interested in tuning in for any of that, please subscribe down below. That would be incredible, and I would love to have you watching my videos, maybe form some relationships with you guys. That would be so fun. Also turn on the post notifications so you will be notified when I post my next video, because I am very all over the place. Like this video is all over the place, and I apologize for that. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.